Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Aisha Amin, and usually I do styling videos, but today I thought I'd do a Q&A where you guys asked me all the questions on Instagram the other day. So I'm gonna be answering all your questions today in this video. Before I go into your questions, I just want to share a bit about myself. I was born in Perak I was born in Parigmunta, Perak in 1988, and when I was about, I think, 3, my family and I moved to the UK. We moved to Leeds, and we lived in the UK for about 6 years because my dad was doing his PhD, and we came back to Malaysia in 1997, if I'm not mistaken. So I started school in Malaysia when I was in standard 2. Thing that I think not many people know is that I actually hated going to school in Malaysia when I was in standard 2. Mainly because the kids were kind of mean to us back then. My siblings and we did have a hard time adapting to Malaysian school. Part of it, I guess, was because we spoke English, obviously. I mean, my parents spoke to us in Bahasa, but me and my siblings, we talked to each other in English, and we had a Yorkshire slang, so we kind of sounded like this, like, what are you talking about? I don't understand. Or like, you know, if we would like argue, and I would say things like, should you go up? You know, things like that. So at that time, we didn't fit in, and we tried our best to you know, get rid of our accent, our slang, and which we did eventually, because we wanted to fit in with the Malay kids. So we spoke as much Malay as possible, and eventually we kind of how to say, lost our slang, which is kind of sad actually when you think about it. But anyways, yeah, my siblings and I, we got bullied. We didn't quite fit in until, I think, maybe dah masuk sekolah menengah kot, baru macam lebih fit in lah kan. So after we got back to Malaysia, of course I went to school in Bangi. I spent most of my life in Bangi before I was married. I took science stream in school, but I also took technology kejuruteraan and lukisan kejuruteraan because I wanted to pursue architecture. And I got into UIA and studied architecture, and when I graduated, I started working as a lecturer, teaching architecture students, mostly foundation and diploma students. I worked in a private college in Mantin, Negeri Sembilan, and I worked there for 4 years. And during the 4 years, I actually got married, gave birth to my first son, Jude, and my second child. And I quit after I gave birth to Komar, which is my second child. And eventually I started managing my mom's guest house in Dengkil. But once the MCO started, you know, a few months after that, my mom had to shut down the guest house, so I no longer work there, of course. So I'm just doing my own thing now. My fashion influences, I would say I like modern styles much more, minimalist, bold. My personal style is like very bold, you know, a bit eclectic, and I always love to experiment with fashion. I don't really stick to like just one certain style. I enjoy all styles, if that makes sense. And some of my favorite style icons, one of them is Victoria Beckham. I love her style. She's always like very simple, but you know, she always makes a statement. Okay, so now I'm gonna read some of your questions. Okay, the first one is from Hajari Moon, who asked me, how many siblings do you have? I have 7 siblings, and I'm the 3rd out of 7. Next question is from wait. Okay, next question is from Mashi.ali, she asked me, what do you do during your me time? Obviously, I like to dress up. My me time is basically just, doing what I love to do. Styling, makeup, anything that I feel can just make me feel good. Pamper myself, do, my nails, read a book, maybe paint sometimes. So the next question is from Niadin _ She asked me, I think you studied architecture. Any plans to work as one again? To be honest, no, because well, I really did enjoy studying architecture, but I know that it's not for me. It's not my true passion. I can't see myself having a work-life balance. I know how busy I would be and not get that balance, I think. And I do feel like architecture is a really tough field to be in, and I don't think it suits me. It doesn't suit my lifestyle. It doesn't suit it doesn't suit my priority, because my priority, of course, is my kids, and I don't think I can have that kind of balance and flexibility if I do go into architecture. So yeah, that's why I didn't pursue I didn't practice architecture. Even if I did go back, I probably would go into teaching as opposed to practicing, because I don't think I don't think it's for me. I enjoyed learning and studying architecture, but it really isn't for me. Okay, next question is from Nadi Manaf. She asked, how do you stay consistent in creating content after all these years? Okay, so I I'm not the most consistent in creating content, but what does keep me going is probably I do have a natural passion for what I post. Like whatever I post online is something that I really enjoy, so I don't necessarily push myself to post on a certain schedule or every day, because I don't want to post things that are forced. So usually I just post whenever I feel like it, because fashion and styling is something that I really do enjoy, so I will always go back to that. So I got two questions about fashion. One is from nisaworld.my, who asked, what is your suggestion for a plus size lady in styling their outfit? And another one is from Mr. Cuddly Wobbles, who asked, how do you mix and match colors, textures, and prints? Thanks. Okay, the first one, what would you suggest for plus size ladies? I guess first thing you need to know is, of course, you need to know your body type and what kind of cuts or silhouettes that suit your body type. If you have an apple-shaped body, for instance, and you have smaller legs, so you might want to opt for something that gives a bit more volume to the bottom. And if you're let's say you're a pear and you're smaller on top, you can opt for something that gives a bit more volume on the top. For me personally, I would go for anything that accentuates the waist. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to be tight fitting, but when you have an hourglass figure, it's best to accentuate parts that are the smallest, so that it creates a slimming effect. So usually I like to wear empire waist or anything that is slightly cinched at the waist, so it gives kind of a shape and it's more flattering to the body. The second question, I will definitely do a video explaining how I pair prints, textures, and colors. So stay tuned for that one. Next question is from Anissa.Mukhtar. Saya ada anak autism umur 6 tahun. Saya teringin nak mengandung lagi, tapi takut anak kedua pun sama. Okay, I think for this one, bottom line is you actually have to ask yourself, do you think Do you think you can manage your mental health if you have another child? You have to consider a lot of things. One of it is, of course, being your child having autism. For me personally, because I've always wanted more children, so I never thought of that as, you know, something that would deter me from, you know, wanting more children. But I mean, you know your own strengths and weaknesses. You can always seek help if you're struggling. I mean, part of parenting is struggling. Even for normal kids, I feel like parents will struggle. So yeah, that's all the advice I can give. Okay, next question is from Zana Lista Lovers. Hi Zana, she's my friend. Hi Echa, I'm always having trouble to handle 3 kids. How you manage your cute 4 children every day? To be honest, of course, there will always be good days and there will always be bad days. Days where you just cry and you just, you know, don't function. And that's normal because we're only human. So I feel like that's nothing you should be ashamed about. And of course, I do have a lot of help from my husband because we both work from home. Even, you know, before MCO, he works from home. So he's always there to, you know, take care of the kids, and always there for moral support. And alhamdulillah, he's been very supportive. So I feel like it makes it a lot easier to handle the kids when you have someone who is always there, that you can rely on. I do consider myself as lucky because I do have help around always, which is my husband because he works at home. But if you don't, and at times you break down or you just feel like you can't function, it's okay. You know, do whatever you need to take care of your mental health. You know, pause, breathe, you know, rest for a bit, and then continue. The kids need screen time, and that's the only thing that can help you, you know, not lose your sanity. Then just do it. I mean, it's a struggle. Parenting is hard, so just do whatever you need to keep your sanity. Okay, this is not a question, but how are you so pretty? And love you, Aisha. Thanks, Shaf. Love you too. Oh, one more. How do you... Oh, one more. There's one more question. Tips for glowing skin. My skincare routine is just cleanser and moisturize. That's all I know, because I really don't have glowing skin. I really have bad skin actually, so I don't know what to say. But of course, just make sure you jaga hygiene, and that's all the advice I have for skincare. Yeah, and be happy, I guess. Thank you for sending me all your questions. I hope I gave you good answers. Also, do you guys like my look today? I really like this. I actually recreated this look from Bailey Sarian's video. I love her videos. She's really entertaining. Yeah, this is just another look that I copied or recreated for today's video. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!